How's it going, guys? How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon. We are looking at NASDAQ right now, and let's see what's happened in the morning session. Okay, hold on, just give me 1 second. Let me make sure everything's good to go. We got video, looks like it's working good. We got audio, hopefully it's working good. All right, and now we are stuck in the price action right now, so I'm gonna turn off the video and we're gonna focus on the price. Okay, so before the market opened at 8:30 this morning, it swept out the sell side and then started expanding up, and we have a really nice imbalance fill right here, and I believe we're gonna take the buy side up here and go into this order block right here, and also we have a very good 15-minute imbalance up there, so I think that's where we are headed to. Now looking at the price, yeah, it's building some nice liquidity down here. Okay, this area looks good. There's 5-minute imbalance down here. So we'll fixate our eyes to this. Nothing as of now. Let's see. Okay. Nice amount of liquidity building, but I believe we can get down here in this range. I really like to see, and it's also lunchtime, so it's a shakeout time. So we'll watch this on NASDAQ. We'll take a look at ES. So this one, this morning I tried shorting, it didn't work. I got out at break even. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna get there. We have a nice area of liquidity down here. Yep. Okay. This area. Let's see what the dollar is doing. Came down. Okay, there was a nice little imbalance. Out of luck, this is not relevant now. The only thing is this imbalance up here, which it also came down. And if you're wondering what this is, it is the bullish order block right here. So all this range, it got out of that, now it tapped into here, this bullish order block, and now we're having a nice reaction from there. Not a whole lot, but right here. So we want to be mindful of where we are at. And see nothing as of now, so we're gonna keep watching price. Alright. I really feel dollar can get up here before anything. So that would just like see what we did here, similar to that. We had this, and we have this, we have this, we have this. Now I'm looking for something That's gonna go up like this and then slam down like this. So that's what I am expecting. We'll see if we can get that. And if we get this price action going up, yeah, we would most likely see the same thing in the Nasdaq and ES. So this got swept. This 15-minute imbalance. We just briefly touched, just tapped right here. But I'm more interested in price going down to this imbalance and this order block. That would be ideal price action. Or you can even get down here. That would make me even more happy. And if we do get the downside, the ultimate downside in my opinion would be this, but I doubted we're gonna get it today. So we're gonna see what happens. Now looking at nothing really, and be mindful 12 to 1 is the lunchtime, and we are gonna take that as not positioning ourselves during that time. We can manage the trade, but we would make sure we would not get into positions at that time. So Nasdaq is this, and on ES, okay, almost. Didn't tap means didn't happen. Okay. I am very much interested in seeing this, and we would make sure that we buy below the 50%. So anything down here would be a good buy. So we're watching price. Right. Do that. And also we're gonna mark up everything like this. So we are respecting the bearish sentiment, bearish price flow. Right. This one actually, what I'm gonna do so that it don't interfere. I'm gonna put it at 4 minutes. Okay. I really like this. So let's see if DXY is doing something similar. We are hoping that to happen on DXY. We'll see how that works. This. Okay, I'm gonna take this off now. You just have that in one. Yeah. So what gives me more confidence is this. So this is a trap. I mean, people are gonna see, oh, support, support, support. Oh, it's going up, but I don't think so. It might run a little bit. Maybe we can just briefly trade down and then still maintain this structure while going up until it gets up here. Maybe one last time, fail, and then this, and then we would see if we can get in here and dump it. So that's the thought process. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're not taking any trade. But that's something that we are hoping it would happen in this manner. So we'll keep that there. Now we are looking and observing price. So we'll not take. It is kind of like a very tight stop loss trade. So ideally, it could be anywhere from here till here. But that is way too big for S&P, so we are just gonna wait. And as we see, so this, it was liquidity down here. Money, 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 money. Where is the money? Guess what? We're just gonna put a headwind. Okay. So we took that liquidity. Now, see what happened down here. All right. So it was an hour into trading, and now we came down briefly, and now retail logically, oh, we broke structure, and then oh, we broke structure again. So now what many people would do is, oh, it's safe to put the stop loss down here. All right, so when that happens and then this slams down and then goes up, that makes this candle or this uh, price price action, like what just happened here, and leaving the imbalance on an order block according to ICT mentorship 2022. Most of the trades that I take are mostly based on ICT concept, and it's been working out pretty good for me, and hopefully it does make sense for you guys also. So notice how we did not tap into this order block, like right here. We don't want to be out there chasing price. We would not want to be chasing the price up here, because more oftentimes than not, this would be a false rally, and then price would come down, trapping all these buyers, taking out their orders by hitting stop loss, and then it would finally go up. So that's something that I would not want to be a victim of. So I just chose to stay away from that. And if it gives us any kind of opportunity to get in, we're gonna get it. But until now, I don't see nothing. Yep. All right. Like we mentioned, trade down just a little bit. Now we want to see this run to the upside, taking all these sellers who are selling right now, who got their stop loss right around that area. Okay. Yeah, I could be a seller here. I very much could be, but I decide to wait and see what happens. 2 minutes. Okay. Now the range that we are trading in is this and this. So I want to see which one gets slammed before, and then we will decide what we're going to do from there. Okay. S&P. We're going to remove everything now. We don't need that. All we need is this and this. That. And this is the new opening gap, midpoint. Pretty good support. I'm going to see crossing down. 38. Crossing up. 38. Okay, so now we're working in ranges. So I still believe this order block is where the price wants to come, and then we have a small imbalance in 1 minute, 2 minute down here. So that's what we're gonna focus on and let the price do what it does. Alright, so DXY looking pretty good, Okay. So while the price is doing what it does, I want to bring your attention to other things, because trading is not only about pushing the button, but it's also about how you or specifically what do you do when you are not in a trade, just waiting. So a couple things that you can do, just like I'm doing right now, is outline everything that you see, your targets, and have them in a higher time frame basis. Like in a 5 minute, I see an imbalance here, so outline that, put an alert, have it on your radar basically. And on the buy side for NASDAQ, I'm hoping this high to get one out to eventually after that, that would be the extent of me trying to follow the price for the day, because after that anything can happen. I just focus on the next target, the next objective, like what the price might do, and let the price do what it does, outlining the things that you. All right, see, now we got. All right. So we got that. Now we're gonna wait. See, same thing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the price move. We're gonna let the price move. We're still waiting for this to get tapped. Or we look at ES, S&P, and we outline this and see. Okay, now we have a decent piercing of the order block S&P. Let's see DXY if we can get that push. But also we have a very nice imbalance here. So if the price is going to go down, it might very well get down from here. And these might just keep going up from here, but time will tell. Looking at Looking at NASDAQ, I really want NASDAQ to come down here, right at this area, for me to confidently buy NASDAQ. So this price action right here, slam, slam, went up, slammed, 50%, perfect, 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 NASDAQ. Yep, we're gonna have to see what DXY does. We also have a nice little imbalance here. So that is that. I'm gonna move this sideways so that we can watch price. We're gonna look for something like that if we can get it, but it is bearish. We might not, that's always the case, so just be aware. Okay. Yeah, so first thing we're gonna do is watch what the price does when it gets here. We are not rushing, we are not in a hurry, patiently waiting to see if we can get up here. That 2 minute. You know what? We're gonna watch it in 2 minutes. And that is a 1 minute imbalance. Alright. While you guys are watching that, I'm just gonna see in my other tab what's going on, if I can see any other correlation. Look at some other asset. Alright. Finally, we got some movement. Okay, so we had this imbalance here also. Watch that. Now we're gonna get back to 1 minute. And watch price. Alright. Looks like we are getting some kind of movement. All right. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So this is where I am interested in buying NASDAQ if I decide to buy. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. All right. So we are patiently waiting. Nothing has happened. Don't rush to get in. Don't feel like you're left out. You are not. The price is not really doing a whole lot. It's just chopping around. Would you rather get in here hoping and praying that you will get to where you want to go, or you want clarity? You'll be like, oh, if this, then that, like a strategy, if you will. I really think we can get down here, and that's what I'm hoping at. But if we get above this area before we go down here, then that would change my perspective. But until then, I am bearish on indices. All right. All right. So let's put a bullseye down here. Precisely, that's the target we are waiting to get hit. Yep. I like it even more. These. Alright. S&P. Same thing. Same thing. Right here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. DXY. Yeah, it looks like it went down from here. So we didn't exactly get what we were looking for to get up here, and it didn't even respect this imbalance here. So we might, as a trader, you should be able to have a bias, but also change a bias when you see it's not working, instead of being egoistic and, oh, I should be right, oh, this is gonna go there. Like, no, 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 big no. Price would do whatever it wants to do, and if you try to wrestle with it, well, let's say it's not gonna end well. So what we saw here was we are still continuing to go down, which means now I would see for the liquidity sweep here, and try to put a paper trade, demo trade if you will, and see if we can get the result that we've been looking for. All right. This is S&P, imbalance down here, order block down here. All right, it's 1. The lunchtime is over. I feel blessed. Okay. Nasdaq. Okay. All right, looks like we got that sweep and sweep still haven't dropped. I'm waiting for that to drop heavy, like boom, like not no. So now the range that we are looking at is it's the high, and we would still look at that. Okay, so now this okay, guess what, in Nasdaq looks like we almost about to hit that. All right, let's see. Okay. Almost got that, so we're gonna take that off. But still, I want you to come down one more time. Just one more time, briefly. And I swear I wouldn't ask for any more. Okay, let's go. Now you close that imbalance as well. Okay. All right. Let's see where we go from here. Okay, this the candle that's being formed right now, it's very crucial one. It's very important one. And we're gonna watch it very carefully. So, what just happened here? So there's a kind of like a gap called, it's also termed the volume imbalance by ICT concept. All right, still have not grabbed this liquidity, so I'm still iffy about it, but it grabbed the liquidity. Sometimes that's enough. We'll see what we get from this point. Yeah. Nope. Not convinced. All right. S&P. Okay, it came into our zone. Okay. Might take the trade. If we're still gonna be bullish, we should not technically get down here, but we do have let me see. Oh, guess what, we're gonna whenever we decide to get in, we might try to get out TP1 and up there TP ultimate. Okay, guess what, I really like this idea. I'm gonna jump in with one contract. Let's see if C wants to. We are gonna put our stop loss briefly right here. And if we get one more down push, we're gonna buy again. So we got that tap, we got that reaction, and we will see what happens. If it doesn't work out, how much would it be? Let's see. Well, it's okay. I can take it. But we'll do take profit up here, because that's where we would be headed if this works out. So it's doing not exactly what I want it to do. Let's see. NASDAQ. Okay. Yeah, we might get that entry in NASDAQ for real. Okay. Alright, finally. Finally, Jesus Christ. We're gonna buy one NASDAQ right around at this area. I'm not asking too much, just NASDAQ if it wants to 75? Are you kidding me? Okay, so looks like we're gonna have to improvise. Let's see. I know this is where we headed to, in my opinion. And that might be it. That might have been it. So I'm definitely not gonna take that 175 point trade in NASDAQ. So we'll see if it rallies. So this one, not really. So it already went below that. Actually, yeah. All I want to see it if it can get above that. Above this. And then we're going to get in on the retest of a trade idea. Like this. If it goes above, okay. Now we are just going to, so this, no. Alright. Looks like we are flying. So now that, I would like to activate that trade idea when it taps. To be precise, even this would be better if I can get. Alright. Okay. Good day. Let's see. Let's give me that tap. Let's give me that. You know what? I'm gonna put an order here. A stop loss down here, and take profit up here, like the safe take profit. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's see what our S&P trade is doing. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Now I'm gonna bring my stop loss just a little bit closer, not a whole lot. Now we have, see what we got here. Imbalance. Makes me wanna think. Okay. And I can buy below the 50%. So I can buy below this, like before it. Whew, look at that. We got filled. We got filled on NAS. Another one. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at what just happened. Very good. We got filled on an order right here, right there, on that imbalance, on this. Now let's see. Ooh, look at what just happened. Where's the next target for DXY? No target. No target. Means it's gonna go slam down. Oh my, oh my. Okay. Going down to where, let me see. I got some kind of gap that I can relate. Let's see. So this. Okay. A little bit of reversal up move, and now this acted really nice. We are not worried until it hits that, to be honest. It's okay for that, but I would be more like willing to give it 50%. Look at that. How convenient. How convenient. Let's see what our trades are doing. Okay, so now we're gonna trim a little bit of these. So this is still there, and this already worked out, so we are not worried about this, as it's already been done and traded. So now I'm in the trade management phase. Okay. All right. You can even keep adding whenever it comes in this imbalance area. You can just add more if you like. Got one, and I got one. I am just playing with one contract. It's futures contract, guys. It's futures, so one handle move on the S&P is $50 USD. So it's definitely a little bit risky. Like, I would say a little bit of, okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy one more. I like it. This area. Okay. We'll see. If it works, it works. It should work. If it doesn't work, well, it's just a part of trading. Let's just say that. And what just gave me a little bit more confidence on usually how I do what I look at is looking at DXY. DXY is failing to go above
it's just around there at that liquidity area, and it's trying to get down. It can come a little bit up, just briefly, but its general direction is downwards in a sense. Okay. Yep, right there, right there. Just don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared. Let the time do its thing. What are you scared about? Like, what is your fear? Like, you got in at the best place. You got in perfectly. Like, you don't even have to worry when you know what you're looking at. Look at that, how easy it is. Sheesh. Let's go. Haha. Let's go. So, alright. It's been looking good. And I'm the type of person that I like to take profit so that my winning trade doesn't go out and bite me back. So we're gonna have to look at a decent area to take profit when price decides to stall a little bit. I am not really, oh, I'm gonna hold this trade for a month or a week or even days. Like, I am just not that type. Let's just say that. Alright. Nice. It should pass through this. Now it's acting as support. So it should be safe now to put my stop loss down here, but let's just see. I'm not gonna rush too fast and like get shaken out and then, oh, I got out. I got stop loss hit out. Like, I do not like that. So now we just did another one of these. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this very tiny. We're gonna lock it, and now we are gonna watch the price. Remember, trust your bias. Even if it comes down, it is shaking. It is shaking other people who are not confident. Oh, what do I do? It's gonna take me out. Guys, once you've waited this long, imagine how long did it take for us to get the idea that we were looking for, and when it's finally starting to run, I would rather like just let it hit my stop loss, because the reward up here, that's beautiful. So now what just happened is, okay, we completely closed that imbalance. So like there's no more imbalance left up there to fill. So it should be an easy run, given that we're gonna go on that running streak, and we're gonna watch this imbalance right here where we at. If it tries to push the price down, then that's a problem. We're gonna have to reanalyze our analysis and see what it does. Okay, looking good, looking good. We're gonna look at NASDAQ also. I feel like adding. Yeah, I honestly, if it comes down here, I might grab one more, because I just have one. I want to make it two so I can take partial. But I want you to come below that, below this. So now we have this imbalance extended out to the right. We're gonna extend out this order block. The only two things that matters right now are this imbalance and this order block. So we've already dug pretty deep in that, and also this. Okay, nice, very nice. Ooh, spicy. No worries, just trust and believe. So one got violated. We'll see if this order block can support the price. And the reason why this is occurring for me, I would see this, something like this. So even up until dollar gets up here, it's okay. It's all right. It's completely understandable. Can get up here. That means the indices are gonna get down. It's okay. It's okay. But the whole point is we shouldn't trade below this low on Nasdaq, and this in ES. You might be wondering, why do I have a little bit of breathing room below here for ES S&P. Perfect. Because Nasdaq, look at Nasdaq. What did Nasdaq do? It went lower, means it grabbed. I mean, it went and got the stop loss and everything that was lying down here. It hit, grabbed, absorbed that liquidity, and then started rallying up. So it shouldn't, technically, it shouldn't get down here anymore. So we had that stop right there. And ES or S&P didn't. It just created equal lows down here within that order block, which is okay. I don't trade Dow, but let's just look at Dow. Okay, what was it? 1301, 1307. 1301, 1307. Okay. So NAS went lower. Dow was up. And ES has equal lows. So let's look at it like this. That's a divergence concept. So Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. So Dow went up, Nasdaq went down, and S&P is doing some BS. So we are expecting indices to go up. Basically, that's what I'm expecting, and that's what my bias is at the moment. And it's okay, you can trade there a little bit, but I am hoping the indices wouldn't get below this. I mean, even if it gets, it wouldn't violate the idea completely, but I'm more towards like it shouldn't. Okay, so we didn't respect that. Now this is not looking good. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Not looking good. Okay, that's the part of trading, and it is what it is. Okay. All right, all right. This S&P. Okay. I actually like S&P at this price right here. We're gonna see what it does. And this happened down, correct. Now respected the bearish. Ooh, whoo, what did just happen, guys? Okay, I'm liking it. I am liking it. But it didn't give the price action that I was exactly hoping for. But nonetheless, now I feel like it shouldn't. It's just doing a bunch of BS. But we'll stick to our bias and see what happens. If I lose predetermined amount of money that I was willing to lose anyway. But what keeps me going, or what keeps me to stay in the trade, is we're sticking to our bias. We've had some equal highs here, or liquidity up there, which needs to be swept. So we should until we get above here. I'm still not gonna say that we out of the bushes. We still there for a rude awakening, if you will. Okay. So what do I not have to? Okay. I just have one of these. Yeah. So once, if it decide to grab that and go down there, I'm gonna grab one more of these. Let's say gets down here, I would like to buy one. Stop loss still the same, like right here. It should be enough. Okay. Now let's see DXY. Remember what we said. It's okay for DXY to get until up here or close to here, like, you know, just a little bit shy of that. And once we clear out these lows down here in DXY, whew, we eating good, boys, girls, ladies, gents. We gonna be eating good. Let's see what happens. Come on, give it to me already. All right. Looks like we're doing something. It's a choppy session right now, but as long as you know what you're looking for, you know, like what Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's just clean up this chart a little bit. It's starting to look messy. But I just want you guys to see what are all the things that I'm looking at, so you kind of get the idea. Alright, so we're looking at this now. Let's remove that. And once you start looking at it, it's going to be second nature. It's going to be automatic. You don't even need to plot everything in your chart and make it look messy and stuff like that. So, summary, recap. So we'll remove this because we've done enough chopping here. So what we've basically done is we traded into that 5-minute imbalance here and started to rally up, broke a couple of highs, like this short-term high, this short-term high. We went in aggressively and made almost equal highs up there. If it would have got that imbalance completely, that would have made more sense, but it is what it is. We didn't get that. And this, we traded to that, went down. Now I'm concerned if it can go down below here, below this, and give me one more of my entry, and then it has to immediately start going up. So that's what I'm looking at. So if it doesn't do that, that's not my trade. That's not my type of trade that I would be looking at, and I would be getting out. So there's that. And S&P. So same thing with this. Let's see. It's a lot of chop, but we're gonna stay content. And nice. So see how we're making relatively equal lows here and really not doing a whole lot. So this, okay, equal lows. Okay, looking good. So once we grab that, I am liking that idea. I'm liking that idea. We might. Let's see. Okay. All right. Here's the move. Here's that move. Let's see what this move does. It's 1:34 now. Already past the lunch hour. Okay. Let me measure something just to be safe. But okay, sounds good. Sounds good to me. We're gonna put this at 50% right here just to be safe. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not going to work. So we stressed for no reason. Let's just say and move on with our day. So briefly, what we are looking at now is the time. You can either show me that you're gonna go up or I'm getting out. That's two things, the only two things that's gonna happen now. Okay. Okay. The only two alternative. Okay. This might be my last chance to get out if it is going to go down, but if it is going to go up, it might be a dumb mistake, if you will. I do not know. See guys, here's the thing. You never know exactly what is going to happen. All you need to do is be focused and trust in your trade idea. Like, do you really believe that it is going to hit your TP, or you are on the right side? At the end of the day, it just comes to, are you on the right side of the market? That's all it boils down to. So I still would like to keep the same stop loss of say 20, and I get a 20 up here. So if I close half of my position right here, I can go break even if the trade doesn't work. So guess what? I'm gonna take that because it's been chopping around for too long, and I want to get paid. Yep. As long as you know what exactly is it that you're looking for, you should be good. And what are you gonna do? Same thing. I'm gonna take half of my positions off here and let the half run. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stop loss down here because it has no reason to get there. For me personally, it shouldn't. It should not. So right here, it's enough. It's enough. So now the thing that we all been waiting for, take profit up here. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. All right. Okay. Looking good. And if you want to take a look at DXY, and what it's doing is exactly as I mentioned previously. Go back and watch the recording. It's there right here. Look at that. As soon as, and now all we are doing is this. Makes me want to think. All right. What are we gonna do? Well, I don't know. You tell me. Whew. Let's go. Let's go. Now, given that, okay. Whew. Whew. Got me scared for a little while, not gonna lie. But. Now, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna take a loss. I'm gonna put this to right at break even. I don't care. I do not care about this anymore. Same thing. Guess what just happened? Guess what just happened? Woo! We traded down. We winning, guys. We winning. All right. It feels good. It really feels awesome to be right here calling the trade live, guys. But I am not a financial advisor. Just keep that in mind. And anything that you do with your money is your sole responsibility. So trade carefully. It's gonna take a while, and I am nowhere near to the genius, or oh, I'm really good, look at me. Like, no, I'm not there. But as long as you have the discipline to keep going, to say that, okay, if I get it wrong, I'm gonna know why I got wrong, and next time, maybe next time, I'm gonna look at it a different way. But until then, why fix something that is not broken, if you know what I mean? So now we're gonna reevaluate. Okay, so we did trade into into that imbalance, completely filled it. So that, now look at it. So I'm gonna give you what I'm thinking right now. So this, right, might look like, oh, retail support, resistance, okay, let's short, let's go down. Like, that's what many people think. But guess what? We're gonna think opposite. We're gonna think it in a different way. Like, okay, many people see like that, so why don't I go find a place to buy and get in? Because this, many people see, like, when they see something like this, they're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down, it's resistance and all that. No. No, because we have somewhere to go. We have target to fulfill. We have liquidity to capture. So this red line is gonna get wrecked. I might as well just draw it. We might even get a little bit down. Somewhere right here would be ideal. And then if it gives, but the way it's running, I don't know. And maybe not, but overall I'm seeing this. So that's what I'm looking at. And we'll see if it's not a matter of if now. It's just a matter of when. Just a matter of when are we gonna get that fill. So we took that one out. So everybody who would be like, oh, sell, resistance and everything, I'm gonna go down, take it downside for a sell, they got wrecked. And now people who are chasing, like who are buying the breakout above here, now they are gonna get wrecked. It's just a massive wrecking game. And now, so look at this run. Guys, look at this. This whole run. Plot the 50% right here, right? And find a good area. Let's say this imbalance right here. Looks good. It looks decent. And also is in line with the 2 consecutive down candle which took out all this liquidity, almost scaring the people. And all of them, and taking them out and then expanding up. So there's a big question. Are we on the right side of the market? That's the most important thing, guys. That's the most important thing. Are you on the right side of the market? And if you are, your bias should hold. So see how when coming down, it's not leaving any imbalance. It's not, like coming down very quickly, like it's got target to meet. No, because it got target to meet up here. Up here is where its target is, not down here, because it's already being swept. Like that's what happened this morning. Like all this, if you look at the whole push down, like all this push down, guess what happened? All this, it just got bought back. That everything that they sold here bought back, and now it's rallying. So very important, guys. At this point, all I want to say to you guys is, it's not if you get it right or wrong. It's about, are you on the right side? Are you understanding what's going on right now in the marketplace? Like, there's a wrestling going on between, say buyers and sellers. It's really not that, but if you put into perspective and would like to think, you can think whatever way you want to think, but at the end, point zero blank, the market is gonna do what it is programmed to do, like an algorithm. So when there's nothing more to seek down here, what is it gonna do? It's gonna get up and seek that liquidity that's resting above, up there. So we're not doing really a whole lot right now, and we just, chopping. And this imbalance, it's very, very satisfying to see that this imbalance from back here supported price. And there was also this area, it had really decent amount of price action. So it's good to see that that area is supporting price, but it can come down, it can come lower, it can come to even this, and that would still be a valid buy, valid setup to go up, so we just gonna we just have this trend line here, nothing serious, guys. This is just, I just like to play around with trend line. I mean, I don't really trade trend line, but I look at how other people look, and then I act the opposite, or at least try to be on the lower uh, bottom of that liquidity grab thing. So let's look at S&P, what it's doing. Okay, same thing, nothing too crazy. This imbalance supporting price, it's good to see that. And yep, same thing, same concept, same idea, same everything. So we had that order block here supporting price up here. It went up and then came back down all the way, like all the way, scaring everybody and their mama that, oh, the price is going down, but it's really not. It's just going up, guys. It's okay. I'm gonna point out another very, very fascinating thing. Okay, now look at that. What we just did, we just created a bunch of liquidity, and we're gonna do the same thing and see if we can get any indication. Okay, so this 50%, this imbalance, there's order block, everything down here, hoping to support price. But I want you guys to observe me very carefully. Even though you I'm not telling you, oh, you should do that, you shouldn't do that, but I just want you to take the good things. I'm not perfect, I'm not claiming to be perfect, but what I want you to take, one thing, is look at the way you are reading price, or at this moment say, I am making all these statements and saying that, okay, it should do that, it should not do that, if it comes here, then that, then this. So when you have this skill, or which I would say I'm not, completely, oh, I have mastered that skill. No, but I am trying to. It's actually my first week, first month doing this live stream, and I'm excited to see where we get in the future. And this is only the beginning. So if you guys are watching this live, welcome. And if you're watching this in the future, hopefully I am, still trading. Hopefully I didn't give up, which I never will. And not anything, because once you start looking at price, once you start like, oh, I know what it is doing, it's gonna get stuck in your head like second nature, like, oh, I know exactly what it's going to do. And also there's this part called discipline. You also have to be disciplined. Like, okay, I'm gonna, like, while we're just watching, because right now it's not doing much, so there's no point in trying to get a bias, because we already have a bias, we already have a target, we already put our stop loss wherever it should be, so we have nothing more to worry about. So until then, let's talk about something. Trading, right? It is wonderful, but it's also at the same time, as many of the people who have been successful or who are on their way to profitability, like, you go through a very tough time, of frustration, of not being profitable, not understanding exactly, oh, what the market is doing. It just came there to take my stop loss. Like, market does not know, or the prices, they move the way they move. There is definitely logic behind it, but also it is not in any way, shape, or form trying to take you out of the market. If you happen to be in some kind of trade, or let's say if you got into a trade like right now at this moment, and then if the market comes down below like the swing low that's down here, you you cannot be saying that, oh, the market did that to me. No, you did that to yourself, because if you really were following price, you should have been longing from down here. And given all these down orders, like, they started shorting down smart money, or smart money, basically it's a big word, buzzword, but it is a real thing. I mean, I believe in that. Like, there's a certain type of thing called smart money. Like, it's just a matter of your perception, and I look at it like that. The informed money, the people or entity who look at the price informedly, by having a knowledge, or like, oh, let me get ahead of the curve type, like those people or those entities are termed as smart money, in my opinion. So if you trade smart money, you will not have any problem of like, oh, what do I do? Like, now the price is doing that. Like, you can just go to 2 minute, and let me tell you and another strategy, or let me show you something. So many of you, if you are, I mean, hopefully, if you already overcome it, good for you. But if not, and you have that anxiety, and you get lost in price action, like that noise, the price is going up and down, and you're just watching, like, say right now it's just going up and down, and you don't see what exactly the price is doing, and then you get decision fatigue. So you have to make many decisions in very smaller time, and that gets you to a point where you get decision fatigue, and then you cannot make proper decisions. So here's my recommendation to you guys. So we look at the price right now, S&P, and we see price is doing this. So go to 2 minute and see what it's doing. Like, is there anything, any indication that is going up or down? No, it's not doing anything. What it's doing right now is it is accumulating orders and distributing orders at the same time. Why? Because it's above this high. So this high has been taken, and then it's just going chopping up and down, up and down, up and down, like not finding a real direction. And it's just chopping. So you go to 3 minute, you go to 5 minute, and see, is there anything really in that price right now? Well, I don't see anything. It's just stagnant price action. It just recently just spiked up a little bit and trying to go down, but other than that, we don't have a clear sense of direction. So you can avoid that by just waiting. I know that's one of the toughest thing, but trust me, once you get good at waiting, you are going to automatically find good setups, find good, like, high probability setups. But before that, you need to do what you need to do is you need to have patience. You need to build patience. You need to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna look at it like this. If it does something in a higher time frame, only then I would go into lower time frame and try to see what the market is doing. Like, even right now, nothing. Like, this is nothing. It's neither going up or down. So here's literally nothing for me. If it comes down right here and if it takes me out, well, guess what? So the recent two trades, 500 and 300. I mean, I've had decent amount of losses. It's okay. Like, you know, I'm not scared to show it. Like it's the part of trading. So all these back and forth, I'm gonna show you guys what is it that I did and what happened. So I'm gonna trading executions. Oh, my bad. It's in Nasdaq. So I'm gonna have to get up here. So that loss right here, I know it's significant. 1155. Let's see, 1155. Where we at? 1155. Okay, down here, up here. So this is where I had all those trades. So I was looking at Nasdaq. I was looking at going up, and I was precisely looking at this 1 minute order block. So I bought in here, but my stop loss or something that my protective stop loss would be like, oh, if you're still gonna keep going up, and mind you, my target was still up here. So if you're still gonna keep going up, you should not come down here, because now this right then, like this, the high that was taken and the low, that was our trading range. So I bought in here, and then it traded into that order block. It was just chopping up and down. I bought two, I sold two. I bought one up here, it went up here, and then it was just chopping. And at this point I was like, you know what, let me close the trade, let me not do anything, get out. Didn't do anything anymore and left the chart alone, and came 12:31. That's when I came back and I started, and that was, yeah, you guys saw what did we do exactly. Like, we took one entry here on that order block, and then we took another entry after it grabbed this low. But the whole idea for us was it shouldn't trade below this, and it just exactly did that. And then I paid myself right here in that imbalance, because it came down, hadn't broken structure, neither down or up, and we were in this right here, we were in this range. So I told myself, you know what, let me pay myself a little bit, because nobody goes broke taking profit, right? So I paid myself half here, and now what I did is this big order block right here that shifted. So order block, to me, how I see it and how ICT talks about, I mean, I hope, I'm not 100%, but that's my interpretation of order block. So I look at these consecutive candles, like two candle, right? In order to be order block, it has to do a couple things for me. It has to take out liquidity, some kind of liquidity, which it did here. It traded below that, and then after that it needs to break out and run, breaking the high, which it did, like right here, even right here, and even up here. So that, to me, is a very well supported order block, which I would trust. So I have my stop here, and order blocks, when I take order blocks, I just look at the 50%. It should not trade more than 50%. That's how ICT talks about, and my own interpretation also at the same time. So I am anticipating that it would not go below that 50%, which is also my entry. So at this point, it is safe to say that I have my stop at the right area. So see, what we're doing right now is we're just chopping up on that trend line. So as I said, like, it is over. It's over, guys. Look at this. It's that imbalance is still supporting price. Still, it can come back down one more time to shake all of these into these imbalance. Tap that order block, but nothing more. Just tap. I would want to see it just tap if we get that. Or if not, I am just waiting for that to get up there. And now that lines up perfectly with the thing that we looked previously. Okay, so now look at what the market has been doing recently. We are on the right side. So this got mitigated right here, but guess what? This right here was left. That was left in in drawdown, or that was something that's not been traded yet. So now once this happens, there's final line of defense, if you will. So if dollar trades, say, above this, if it goes up through that, through here, right, crossing up, close, and the trade. I look at this to give me confluence. So this is a key aspect. So for me now, this right here is a bearish order block, and it got tapped. It's getting retested. So if it does not respect that and there's imbalance, it can get up there just a little bit, tap that imbalance, if it wants to. Okay, looks like we going somewhere. But it can wait. It's not, the price is not going nowhere. I don't know why many of the people or people I talk to, they're in like rush. Oh, I got an alert. Oh, the price came to there, came this, that. Like, wait, let the price do its thing, right? You are just rushing price, which you should not be doing. You should not. Okay, so now we took this liquidity up here. Whew, perfect. Okay, I wish I had one more contract to take off here, but nonetheless, it's all good. But if you had see, that's what I was talking about. Look at this trend line. Oh, very smooth, right? Like, look what happened. Rip off. Like, boom. Like, boom, 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 boom. Like crazy. Okay. Now that changes certain things. So, still, in Nasdaq, we have not got above this. So we came down here. So in the morning session, we were rallying. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn off execution now. We don't need that anymore. So in the morning session, we slammed down, right? And then we went up, traded back here briefly. Not a whole lot. Right here. Almost got there, but we never tapped. But it's okay. You know why? Because we spent a lot of time. Here, this. So that's okay. That's okay. I would take that. Okay, even if it didn't do. And then it went up. And then while going up after this down move, trying to go up, guess what it did in a 5-minute? It left a clear indication or clue. And just as I mentioned a little while ago, so these all are liquidity. it briefly just tapped that. I mean, it just briefly touched it and then expanded up, took out these highs. So that order block is powerful, and then it left imbalance. Whenever it comes to that imbalance, we would wanna take some kind of note and see what it does and how it reacts from here. And it exactly did that. It came down, swept. It dig briefly in that imbalance, went up, and then came back down again, and that's when we got in. So we waited, and oh, actually we got right after that. Okay, right after that happened. My bad. But we knew what we were looking at, so we didn't even have to wait until it came down all the way. So that's the beauty of knowing what the price is going to do, what it's going to do beforehand, because once you start looking at it, it's just automatic. So I would say now all the orders that's been cashed in that at particular price, when it came down here, it was bought, right? When it came here, it was bought. There's so much of buying going on. When it came down here in that imbalance, all here is being bought. And guess where it's gonna get sold at? Now don't be scared with these kind of move. Like, it's okay, it's okay. I would have much more rather liked to take a partial up here if I had to, but I don't. So I'm gonna stick to my bias, and I'm gonna stick until the final TP, or getting stopped out at break even, which is better than getting out at loss, right? So I don't care. And these all buy orders that's been bought here, and this was clear indication that the price is gonna get up there because it left the double top liquidity, built liquidity up here. The retail sees this as resistance, so I just use retail and do opposite, basically, if that makes sense. I like to see how majority of the people look at it. That's why this game is rigged. Like, only 2% to 5% of people really make money. Why? I think because many people think like that. Same way. All the books and all the retail courses that we've been taught, if we've been taught, not all of us, but even I was taught that, to be honest. But I had streak of losses. Oh, why am I not being profitable? Like, what's going on? It took me a while to find, oh, okay, this is what's going on. And again, look at it. You're gonna see, like right here, just like we had a little while ago. Same thing. It's engineering liquidity, guys. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna get up here. I might, depending on time, it might get up there, but I'm gonna close right here. Because just given that we are 2 o'clock now and we have only an hour or so of decent trading left. So now guess what is causing all this? If we can find some kind of, okay, you have done your job, perfect. Now it took this liquidity, it can come down here, and then either from here it can bounce off, or it can come lower. There's no if or but. If it doesn't stop here, it's gonna come down here. And we have that imbalance here, that order block down here. So it might get scary. It might get very, very scary. But we're gonna have to hold our horses and see. Close the trade. Okay, the DXY has given us some kind of confirmation that, okay, it's not gonna keep going. Ooh, okay. So now, the very thing that I did not like to see happened. It did. And sometimes it does. Sometimes you are not 100% right, and that's what I am. I am not a perfectionist. I try to be perfectionist, but I'm not perfect. So given it happened, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my profit right at that order block, some amount of profit, not not just break even, because now we have to be cautious. We got to be cautious because now I don't want to give majority of what I've made, away. So we're gonna keep it right there. So still making decent amount of money, and in terms of trading wise, and I want to really see this whole thing pan out. I'm not gonna just chicken out like, oh, I'm gonna. I mean, I would have taken profit here, like given it met this liquidity, but I don't have it. So if when that is the case, so we'll just see how it does. So now, if the DXY is giving us the signal that, oh, it's gonna go up, maybe up here now. So let's see if we can pan out the sell side in indices. Okay, we got up here, some kind of liquidity has been met. So now let's make a negative bias, right? Negative bias. So that would be this low has to be taken out. Has to be absolutely taken out before we get up here. If we get up here, it's done. If we get down here, then we are gonna look for retracement to get up there and see if it gives that. Okay. But we look how right now we are not doing anything with our trade. We are just watching to see if we get that negative bias. Okay, let's see if the DXY is indicating that it's gonna go higher. Why not try to pan out a negative bias in indices and see if we can get that? So that would make this as a range. So right here, so this was the low, and guess what, this is the low and this is the high, right? So we are gonna do range bound trading. We don't need this now, we've already met that. All right, maybe it is going down. Okay. So if that is the case, first thing that has to happen, it has to cross below this. You know what, let's just crossing down, create, and we are going to do crossing up, create, because until it just keeps going like range bound, we are not interested to do anything, nothing at all. So same thing, and it's double high also, so that would give me more confidence that if it goes up, crossing up, and then I want to see this crossing down. Easy, simple as 1 2 3, guys. 1 2 3, nothing more. See, if you want to understand the narrative, the story, from down here when we entered, we went up, created double high or equal highs, whatever you guys call it, just name whatever you can. Yeah, you can. And then we came down all the way, but we failed to go below this. What does that indicate to me? That okay, the indices are not going down, so they are not, NOT means not going down, which does mean that it is going up. So since then we are looking for a buy, or looking to long, right? So that's what happened. We added one right here, and then we added another one right here. And since then we've been riding, and it's been doing exactly what it's supposed to do. What it's exactly supposed to do. It went up here, took out this high, came down where? Came down where to? There's a lot of things to look at, but it really depends on how you look at the market, how you understand the price. The way I understand price and I look at the chart might not be the same as one of you viewers look at the price. It might be different, right? So we're just forming the narrative and not doing anything, and we're not going all in on leverage because sometimes you might get in trap with a wick because the body is where the price is gonna is gonna tell you the story, but wicks, they do all the damage. Like they shake off, like take people out, but it never did actually close above or below the range. So if you can relate to what I'm saying right now, might have happened to many of you if you've been trading for a little while, or you've been just watching price, doing demo trade, paper trade. So now we are in this range. We're not really doing anything. See, like it's not doing anything. So why would we be just when we got that alert, right? Oh, close the trade. Like okay, it might be hinting, but also given that we are looking at a minute, guys, we're looking at a minute time frame. Now that is crazy already. So now what I'm looking at right now, what just happened, we had a nice little imbalance right here, fair value gap if you will. Now while the price is moving in the direction that I intend it to move, and it gives me something like that, it adds a little bit fuel to the fire, right? I might be wrong, and I'm perfectly willing, ready, able, everything to just admit it and take just this amount right here, which is paper trading, not real money. But it would be the same thing if you would know how to look at the market, what to look for, and when to get in, and all that business. So I'm just at this point I'm saying that okay, I trust and believe in the analysis that I did, and I would rather get that amount, right? So that just happened, and we might even get the other one right here. So we're gonna keep that right here until it touches that, and we're just gonna keep talking. So I'm saying to myself is I'm willing to either take only this much, like only this amount right here, and be done, knowing that okay, you might not get everything that you wish for every time, even though you might be on the right side. Sometimes you don't get what you want. Sometimes you might be wanting too much, right? It can happen, but as long as you have that patience, okay, right there, boom, we just did that. So all I'm saying is I am ready to take this amount right here. So now what I'm not doing, what I am not going to do is I'm not going to move my stop loss right here or right here. That's one thing I am not going to do, because before the price get up there crazy, right? It's a big liquidity area, like right here. It's the high of the day. So if we are going to clear that high of the day, we might need more ammunition, right? We might need more ammo. So we might come down and get everybody thinking, oh, it's gonna go down, like all the way down, trapping everybody. That's gonna go down, like from here. If anybody took a short, like, oh, now I'm gonna go down, boom, 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 all the way. But guess what? We already met the downside objective. What we have not met is the upside target. So I refuse to believe that we are going to go down right from here, like melt. You know what I mean? Like melt. So now this is our down objective, and that is our above objective, right? See how we're playing range, 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 And oh my god, look at this. It cannot get nothing fancier than that. Like this imbalance right here, it's getting traded through, but the candles are respecting that imbalance. That does mean something. That does mean something to me. That tells me that the price is not just ready to get down just yet. Or even if that breaks, we cannot say that, oh, it's gonna go down now. No. Okay, so now we have a new range to play, right? See how easy it is when you are on the right side. You might not be in the right side every day. Trust me, I've been there and I am there, like most frequently than not. But what I don't try to do is I don't try to hope and pray and like, oh, it's gonna get down from here. I need to have a strong reasoning, like why the price is doing what it's doing and where it's gonna go. So we had that another small imbalance up here. Same thing, guys. Same thing. So it can trade down. Absolutely, it can trade through this and come down and do whatever. But now it's just giving me more and more confidence. But it I mean, let me rephrase that. I mean, I hope or I think that the market is going to do what I think it is going to do, and I cannot wait for the market to unfold its hand. So let's just put it that way and look at our good old DXY, what it's doing. Okay, so you finally decided to get down. Okay, so this imbalance didn't hold pretty good, right? It did not do a very good job. It came down. Let's see 5 minute what it's doing and where the price is at currently. Okay, bullish breaker went up, da 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 da. Okay, so a little bit iffy right now with the dollar. I wished and hoped that it wouldn't have gone above that, but it did. It did. And now the final thing. Okay, just this two, right? Yeah, as I mentioned before, I told you guys a little while ago, I don't go out there and trade my hold for hold my trade slip tongue, sorry, hold my trade for long time and it just coming back and reversing back on me. I don't like doing that. So we're gonna make it very clean and simple, right? So I have these marked up. If to check if it is bullish or if it is strong or if it is weak, right? If it traded above there, which it didn't do, of course. Okay, so see, exactly, right? Exactly. When it's crossing down, now I hope you see, when it's crossing down, that is going up. NAS is going up. See, that just adds another, just keeps adding more and more information in my favor until, but it's only gonna be until it meets that liquidity first thing right here. After that, guys, I don't know what the price is gonna do. Okay, same thing with this, same thing, right? It went up. It's still going up. So now I don't know. I really don't know like what the next draw on liquidity could be, but I can only be content on like, okay, it's going up and I'm just going to lay my card accordingly. So that, right? So now when that happened, what we're going to do is this right here. We're going to outline that. Kind of like an order block. And there's another red candle down here which expanded up. So if it doesn't trade below that, right? If it doesn't trade all the way below, still we are looking at this low down here, right? So that's something that we are still looking at. So until that doesn't get violated, we are still gonna be content on hitting the TP up here. So nothing crazy, reading price action live and just framing out the trade. And good old DXY. Okay, so now also there's a couple things like this didn't hold, it just took out that. So now let's just say it took out this liquidity up here. Black line, okay, that's how I mark liquidity or some kind of stop loss or stop hunt or everything that's up there. So now this, okay, so there's another thing, right? So that order block and this was an order block. It's supporting price going up. So if this order block supports price going up and it trades above this, it's done, guys. It's, you have to know when enough is enough. Like when you cannot be just, oh, I'm hoping that it would go up, I want it to go up. Like you can want all you want, but the price is gonna do what it's going to do. So now we can remove that. We're still going down. We're still going down with certain deal of uncertainty. But now what we are looking at, we had that imbalance also right here. First imbalance right here. But see how it's being, constantly making low, like tapping onto like even just a tap in that imbalance, getting down again, like making another imbalance up here and following that price action really, really nice. Really to the downside, right? Excuse me. Okay. So that. Now we would want to see if it respects this imbalance and keeps going down, but it's gonna be up only until. So I wanna point you out to something again. So if or while the dollar is doing this, right? It's doing this, maybe a little bit of up and then a little bit of down. While it gets down here, if we meet that objective up here, right here, or say somewhere up here, some kind of liquidity being swept, it let's say it got absorbed. Now that is where I would try to parcel out, or in this case close the trade, because I've been there for a long time. Like it's been a good amount of what, an hour and 18 minute, something like that, a little over an hour. So I don't want to keep holding trades for hours and hours and just being too greedy. Basically, when the price says it's enough, it is enough. So now all I'm waiting for to get the confirmation is, you know what, this is too quick. Okay, let me do this. 50%, 50%, right? 50% right there. And now I want to see, first I want to see this getting respected, or some kind of good nice little reaction off of this, letting me know that it's being respected, right? So I hope you understand that, what I meant by that. And meanwhile, I want the prices keep climbing up until we hit that take profit right there. That's when we're going to collapse the trade, and we're going to just watch price after that. There's nothing more to target after that in immediate term. We might come down here all the way. Like we might even, like when we get up there, we might just slam down and like come here, and that would still be okay. Like it's still gonna maintain the bullish price structure, or or let's say bullish price action, if you will. So that's why we are content on closing that trade when it gets up there. And similar thing with S&P also. Well, even though I believe it might get up there, but we are not going to hold that long, because trust me, we're gonna have another day, we're gonna have tomorrow, we're gonna have, and it's just Mondays, and I am so grateful to be doing this on a Monday. The clarity of my mind that's allowed me to see all these in hindsight. Just like it's already out there, it feels great. So I am grateful, and I am not trying to be too greedy and ask too much, you know. So now we're trading inside of that range, and until that range is not broken, we're gonna continue to 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 watch, to monitor what happens in that range. So this is still uncertain type of range. Like, let's just say this. Yeah, yeah. I honestly believe, personally, right, that we are going to hit that, because we've been moving toward that with a great deal of force and maintaining that structure. And for confirmation, we're just gonna keep looking at DXY as well. And same thing, like I said, we respected that imbalance. So we good. We are good. So now, next thing I want to see is DXY getting below here, and that would put us in Nasdaq above this, I believe. We might even just explode, or we might come down for a nice little retracement. It has its own way of doing stuff, but as long as you understand where the final objective of it is, like, guys, look at this precise. It is confirming that in every angle, guys. It's just screaming to us that, oh, I'm going up, oh, I'm going up. And it feels great, even though you took a little while of quite some loss. Even if you did, right, there's gonna be that one trade, or that signature trade. Okay, both of them went up. Okay, oh, whoo, look at that boy. So now we're looking to close this one too, right? So up there, I think so, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm done. That was it, guys, and it might keep going up. I wish I had a little bit more of orders to like take partial up here and try to ride it up here, but nonetheless we caught that down here, right at this area, right, and then we took it up here. Like, should be able to get up there, but we were primarily focusing on Nasdaq, and we are trying to get, first thing was this area, and then the final is up here, guys. I want to show you exactly what that is, though. So I'm just telling you, like, oh, this and that, but I just wanted to point out what that is. So that is this point up here. So above this is a whole lot of orders, liquidity resting up there. So Guys, stay blessed. I'm gonna log off now. It's been a good afternoon session, and we looked at the price, understanding the narrative, and wow, 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 wow! Look at that! Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Right? So you can continue if you all are watching, or if not, it's okay if you're watching this in the future. Uh, Other than March 13th of 2023, you just witnessed that how you can read the price action, how you can know what to look for and when not to you know be irresponsible and do something like, oh, I'm gonna close this right now, it's just going a little bit above where I thought it would, or below where I thought it would. Have that clarity, right? So now I am gonna remove that. I am not gonna be concerned about that, because and also another thing, you're gonna get a lot of gems in this one. So when it does something like this, right, when it goes above like the significant high right here, just the way it did, just don't, if you've been buying all up in this area, now is not the time to stack entries. The time to stack entries was when the price was down here, when the price was down here. Precisely, we were looking from here and we were targeting that. So anywhere between that, the 50% of that, so all this area like right here would have been a very good, very, very safe area to stack those entries, right? So you've witnessed that. And couple things, it can still, right? I'm not saying the run is over, you're not gonna get any more juice out of it. Like, you can, like, if you're in NASDAQ, this was the liquidity, like clear liquidity, right, that it was heading for. But S&P, there is liquidity still up there. So if you get a decent entry, right, if we come all the way down, anything below that 50%, let's say the whole run, anything below that 50%, I would even tell, say this, right? Say this. I'm not going to be trading no more, because I'm done. I have to be disciplined, guys. Discipline is everything. And while I'm leaving though, I'm gonna give you areas to watch for. So this is an order block, bullish order block. So if we get the retracement deep, right? And now you look at this. Now you look at all this. What is this? It is liquidity now. Now, guys, understand, like, if you see that as support, you are already on the wrong side, because it's already been done. It's done. Now, I would only be interested in the price action. Only be interested if it went down, say down this, like it did something like that, came into this imbalance up here, right, like this, and then maybe one more, or maybe not, like it doesn't matter, and then went up, came down, went up, came down, something like that, and tap at this area right here. And then if it goes up right here, I would say that's the perfect setup. But you have to be content on saying, doing, knowing when enough is enough, right? Keep that in mind. All right, just gonna and this move right here, the way it's coming, it is hunting something. It is targeting something. It is an intentional move. So you should not be in this trade as of this moment. If you already are, I don't know, you can just even get out right here and save you some of that, or if you are really willing and a type of risk taker, say like, yeah, I trust my analysis, I'm gonna take it up there. Oh, don't get me wrong, it most likely will get there. I'm not gonna say 100%, but it most likely, probability wise, it might get there. So if you're gonna hold down all the way, even if it comes down here, and if you're looking to stack entries, you can do so most probably, like if the price action is favorable and you have all your check marks checked out, like down here, but nothing. Now this is already done. This is done. I don't want to see that support price action now. I don't want that to happen. So I want either this to hold the price down. Guys, I said I was leaving, and then again it just gets more and more interesting, right? I know. It's once you start looking at it, you just get lost and you just see everything like second nature. So this imbalance has a little bit of maybe, but not a whole lot. But what I am looking for, so now I'm gonna give you my thoughts, right? So price from from here expanded up and then kind of broke structure, if you will, like broke structure or came down. Now this, it really depends what you are looking at, right? That's always the case. Oh, I don't know what I'm looking at, and all that. But it broke this low, and it even came almost close to breaking that low. But what it did was create more liquidity, like double bottom, if you will, right? So it did that. Now that gives me a little bit more confidence. Like I might want to short. We're not gonna take that trade because anything can happen now, and I'm not so certain right now, to because it's too early, and I just want to take it up to this, like right on top of this order block or somewhere around that, anywhere below this, basically anywhere below that should be good. So now we looked at that, right? So this I wouldn't go like full leverage on that, given the reason being, right? Okay, it came there like maybe 0.25 or quarter of a risk, and try to swing. But given that we've been bullish and we have not met that objective target wise, I hate to like use the double-edged sword and try going both side, because that's not where my big strength comes from. So I'm gonna avoid that, but that is one idea. We're just gonna look and see if that pans out, right? Because we have broken structure right here, right? We went below this low, we took this high up here, and then we traded below that and created some kind of liquidity down there and imbalance up here. And also, if it was not almost close to 3, might have thought about it, but not really. So we're just gonna see if that works out. But our whole target, I mean, it's late in the day, but if we get here early enough, we might even see one more push up here to get to that buy side liquidity, right up there. So that's my thought process. And when I'm bullish, I'm not looking to short, but this could be a quick scalp. This could have been, which again I'm not taking. I am just putting it out there, just looking and observing what it does. And if it does, and we get a very nice reaction down here, that will confirm our bias that okay, now might be the time that we might continue going up. So we are hoping these indices to come a little bit down. Does that tell us dollar wise we're gonna go up? It kind of looks like to me. We're respecting that order block just like we respected that order block here and went up, right? Went up. Now we came traded down. We thought we were gonna go up, but we came down and we are respecting that. Now all I'm concerned to see for my bias to hold is if the price can get above here. If it can get above there, it's done. It's off to the races. It may be target, like it's just too easy to not see. Like now this is gonna get chopped up if that doesn't hold and it just keep going up, and we might get up here very precisely up there. So it's going up, so which means to me, or which makes me think, is indices going down as well. So I might be doing this ahead of the price action, but I see something like this, right? So I see the price right now going up, maybe test, maybe a little bit more, getting up above that, and if we get that, we might not get that. But if we don't get that, we just keep ripping off, we might, from here, if we just go that and then maybe one more and to go up. So that's how I'm looking at it. So now I'm looking at bullish dollar, like, okay, bullish dollar, as I said. Okay, yeah, we got time, we got all the time in the world to do our trade planning. See how I'm not panicking, or like, oh, what if, oh, this, oh, that, like, just relax, let the price do its thing. Like now, let's see our Nasdaq trade we didn't take, or what was it, S&P. Oh, same idea. Okay, same idea, right? The trade that we did not take. So it's okay, it's all right, it's all right. So now, do we see any kind of inefficiency in price delivery right here? I don't think so. So given in this case, right? So another, if we missed that entry, and next time maybe if it taps right on that imbalance, you can be a seller there if it is going on. Again, it is overall it's bullish, right? But I'm just trying to take it down here below that liquidity here, right here. That's where I am hoping the price would go up again. That's a little bit thinking ahead and, like, expecting too much, but that's how I am looking at price. So we did not take that, but we planned that out, and it is working perfectly. So I want another tap of that imbalance, that inefficiency in price delivery, get tapped once more, and no more than the close of that candle that created that imbalance. So that would be very tight stop loss, very tight, and we are not going to risk a whole lot because this is counter structure, a counter, like not the direction the price is going. So we are just looking at that and just seeing what happens, right? So Yeah, a nice imbalance up there, supported price very decently, very decently. And now we have one more IPA price action. So this supported price, so now this can be done with. I'm not concerned too much about that, but if it gets up there, so this might be a better trade actually. If it, again, if, and we're just going to take it right here, very tight, and we're going to take it down here. But given the lack of time, given the lack of hours in trading hours today, we might not see that pan out, but that is the way you look at continuously read tape, read the price action, see what's going on. Now this can also call that as breaker, or the move that originated from here, that candle right here, that is also important. So if that does not get traded all the way through and gets down from here, we can make a nice little assumption, not just assumption, but not even a fact. I mean, not even a fact, not even assumption, but something to keep in mind later on, that, oh, okay, like that's where all the buy started before dumping down. So these buys need to get some kind of uh, like, say, what is it called, to get mitigated basically. So these buys, looking at now, the price is not going up, it's just going down. So all these buys might get turned to a market sell order or limit sell order and push the prices down until it reaches liquidity, which is down there, right? So that's what we are looking at. And let's see your DXY. Okay, so now let's plot out 50% right here, this. So for me, it should hold for that to be an order block, which it's not exactly looking like it, but also given that we are too early to call that out, basically just like uh, kind of predicting price, which we should not be doing. But with the market bias that we have, that okay, DXY might be continuing to go up now, right? It's still too early though, but that's what we are hoping for, and that's what we are lining everything up with. And again, here's a little volume imbalance. That is another thing, like just the gaps where the solid candle is absent, and there's just wicks or no wicks. So these can also support prices, but not necessarily, but they're very very likely, highly likely too. If it don't, there's imbalance right below that, so that's another indication that if it gets respected, it might be going up. But if it doesn't, again, we are at a very confusing state if it doesn't, because right now we broke above that. We started breaking basically from this order block down here, this order block, then we respected that order block, and then we traded briefly here, and then we expanded, and then again this order block quite certainly getting respected here, and hopefully it went briefly above that, but I want to see it trade through for me to validate that okay, this is going to be that order block. So let's see what the price does. We got a little bit of time, and I'm going to try to be with you guys as much as I can, or as much as I can manage to get my time, and we will see the market every day, and hopefully it would make more sense in the coming days. All right, what is Nasdaq doing? Nothing much, just creating more. I feel like we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that entry, hopefully, and that too. S&P also. Wow, looks perfect. Looks perfect. So we took our profit. I want to show you the execution, guys, right here. Whoo! Look at that. Look at where did we get out. Boom. Look at that. Isn't it wonderful? We got down here 11,940, 11,940, right? We closed something partially up here and 11,940 and 12,077, guys. How good is that? How good is that? 11,940. Where is that? OMFG, right? 11. Ooh. 940. And then we got out at 12,077, which is we got right here. We got right at that. So 136 and 3/4 of a point. Right? We caught that move. We just caught that shit. I was looking at the price earlier here. I didn't like the price action, right? So I just let it go, and I was waiting for something to play out in the afternoon session, and it's here live, and you guys can see that. I mean, I'm not perfect. I was hoping, I was really hoping it should not go below that, which it did, but I was not expecting like this shallow of a retracement that came down there and take out everything. But once it did, and quickly it showed that it was going to reverse, or it didn't had that much power to go down, it just instantly like, okay, now it already grabbed the sell side, so why would it want to go back down and not up? Because this up here is where the liquidity is, right? It's where the liquidity is resting. So I guess this is it, guys. I'm gonna log off now. It's almost 3 o'clock, and there's another time in the trading space at this price action. When we're watching price action, the 3:50 p.m. New York time Eastern, 3:50 to 4. There's another volatile price action there. So I'm hoping that time would give us something that's in like an hour, but I'm not gonna be there obviously because I don't want to be up there like making it like a full-time job, which we all thought that, oh, I'm gonna replace my job, but what's the point if you are here 24/7 or all the trading time, right? So I'm gonna enjoy my day, do a little bit of reading maybe, look at some other pairs which I don't really trade, but just look at how they're doing, just like gold. I'm gonna, okay, so this is what I was looking at a while ago, but I missed the swing buy on gold. But I'm looking at, I'm honestly thinking it's not gonna get, it's not gonna hold. It is not, because given how the bank, the SVB bank recently it failed, it's gonna create a lot of uncertainty in the dollar. Like, people are not gonna be so much like interested to put their money in the banks now, all that fear that's been going around. So the safe haven currency, or the place to put your money in for most of the people who have big money is gold. And that's what exactly been going on. And this was a really nice area that gold reacted off of. It's a daily imbalance right here, and if you look at right here, what happened in that area, like boom, just like, see this, look at this, and look at what we just witnessed right here, right, like right here. Liquidity right there, that was imbalanced. Here's liquidity, some kind of thing, right, some kind of shit, like it is too clean not to see that. And all this was just a reaction. So I know I missed a very good buying opportunity on gold, but it's okay. You can't be in every trade, right? It happens. So when this happened, so this was the swing high, this was the swing low, and when that happened, it broke out, right? So what we could have done, basically, I'm just gonna quickly see if there would have been some kind of indication that would have told me that, oh, you might as well get in on gold because it's about to boom, right? So now we already figured out that, okay, this right here, all these low, right, they have been broken. Oh, high, my bad, sorry. All these high has been taken out, and there was imbalance and all that. Very, very, very nice area that it reacted from. Decent, decently good, right? I say decently good because that could have been your target, not the entry for short. I mean, short is short-lived, right? Entry, like from down here for the target, would have made a lot of sense. So now we are looking at that, and the way we would want to look at if you're gonna swing this red candle all the way from here that took out that liquidity. There was equal low, some kind of liquidity, and it just went almost at 1800 but didn't go to 1800, 1805, and it just, while going up, it left clues. Wow, 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 right? And then let's see what happens. Wow, 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 what did just happen? OMG. So how you can play this is, right, so you figured this one out, you had that marked up, and now we're looking at price doing that. So we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna be, because this is a swing, I want you to understand that this is a swing. You're gonna have to hold this for a good amount of time, right? Like at least a couple days. So if you don't have stomach for that, I don't know what to tell you. But this was the high, and this was the low, and just like the way we were doing it, right, a little while ago. So we're gonna put alert. So this got traded above. So now that makes me think, okay, so when it came up here, did the market leave any kind of clues while it was going up at the close of this, right? It was up here. It definitely left a small imbalance, and it left, for the order block, I like to use it body to body, me personally. But your stop loss would still be below that low, because the whole point is you want to catch that move in retracement, but it shouldn't go below that low is the whole bias. So that could have been a nice one, right? So that's already gone. So gone is gone. But from next time, like, I mean, that's what we'd be looking at, and we'd be trying to capitalize off of that, right? So before closing it off, let's see. Oh my, oh my. Haha, okay, look at that, right? So just some things that we were talking a little while ago, right? So now that came in confluence with, like, this did not hold. Now this is the order block, so this held the price. How good, right? Look at that. Okay, DXY bullish. So what that tells me about indices, guess what? It should go down, right? It should go down, and it exactly the trade that we outlined. Exactly the trade that we outlined. Remember, we didn't take that one. Right? We did not. We were just uncertain about whether if it would hit or it would not hit, or you know. But we did tell that okay, if it touched right here, stop loss right here, we're gonna ride that bad boy out and go at least here, at least here. Don't be scared of this. Don't be scared, because if we're going down, we're not done. And if we are done going down, we are gonna slam up above this crazy. So nothing to worry about. Like, this is the time when you actually, get in on the green candles, not on the red candle, because everybody gets in on red candles, right? So if I would get up here, like up there, like not anything below that, above that 50%, like above that 50, you know. So we would still keep that same stop loss up here, not gonna move that stop loss. But had we been in that trade, then again we would move that again to right here, because we don't want the price going above that. It can briefly just, sometimes the wick can throw you out, but if it does, don't feel discouraged if the candle flows are respecting, that area. You might even see a really great like blasting reaction. So all right, for real now, guys, I'm gonna go. I have not eaten anything. I've just had a breakfast, and I've been just sitting on the chart, and we've seen a great trade outline perfectly. We executed perfectly. We kept our cool, calm content, and then we took profit. And now this is reversal trade idea, which it might work out, but again, when you are done for the day trading, you make big amount of money, don't give it back to the market, guys. Don't. You already took high probability trade, the trade that was the maximum, that had the maximum chance of hitting the stop loss or take profit. It's already done. So now you are risking like dollar for pennies, like that's not a good thing to do, or that's not the way to even think about if you're thinking of doing it. So it's been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you soon on the next stream. Until then, peace out.